Let's talk about relationships, behaviors, and the culture. Welcome to D-Zone. Yeah, we taking over. You might be alone or looking for love. We're live every Monday. Listen to us. Sit back and relax. Tune in and take a listen. Funny to the max. D-Zone's what you missing. There's no judgment here. We get deep in the zone. Open conversations go on and on. We too hype on the mic and stay true to ourselves. Just like an open book, we tell how we feel. This right here is for the sexy and grown. Turn the volume up, cause it's the D-Zone.
Yeah. What it do? It's your girl D-Nice. And you are now live into the D-Zone, baby. All right. It is Monday. Y'all already know what it is. It's Lit Monday. We're going to get lit on this Monday, on this 16th. What month is this? What month is this? I don't even know what month is this. October? We in October. It's Libra season. Lord have mercy. Them Scorpios. Lord Jesus. Lord, pray for me because my girlfriend is a Scorpio and she is definitely scorpioning out all month long, Lord. Okay. Listen, if you haven't already, please follow this podcast page on Instagram at the D-Zone Podcast. And please, if you haven't already, please go to YouTube for me. Like, comment, and subscribe to the D-Zone Podcast. Listen, I comment back. I interact with you all. And we are interacting live tonight right here on YouTube Live and on Facebook Live. Listen, tonight's show is actually one especially close to my heart. And this is why. Me and this young lady have so much in common. When I say so much in common, I've actually watched this young lady actually on her journey, for real. I seen her in college. I seen her do some events in D.C., what certain music groups for EY. I seen her do her radio thing on 92Q. I seen her do some motivational speaking and just blessing it out, okay, on the gram. And she is inspirational to me. That is why she's here. Okay. And I figure, she can bless my little peoples because my fans need it, baby. Because they need some Jaycee in they life. All right. Listen, I need everybody to help me welcome the one and only Miss Jaycee to the D-Zone, baby.
What up? Okay, you did your homework though. Wait a minute. Take it back to 4EY. God. I forgot all about it myself.
Come on. Listen,
oh, man.
Jaycee, I've been watching you. And the reason why, again, we got a lot of coming. You love basketball.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
ball. I thought I didn't go to college.
Okay.
I thought I was going to do it at high school.
Okay.
But I thought, I didn't. But it's okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's nothing wrong with it.
It's nothing wrong with it.
So listen, first of all, I just want to say thank you for coming on my show.
Oh, no. Thanks for having me.
It means so much to me. And again, because, you are doing the damn thing. I got to say that.
I appreciate it.
First of all, I want to know, Jaycee, where are you from?
I'm from D.C. I am born and raised in Washington, D.C. To be exact, I'm from Southeast with the F, not the TH.
Okay, South.
The F.
Southeast. Okay, that's what it is.
Born and raised in Southeast.
Is that considered uptown? No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, all right.
South side.
South side.
South side.
Okay, I just
South
want
side.
I don't want to get confused.
No, please don't.
Listen,
I don't want the people coming for you either.
I don't want no smoke. Listen, I don't want much smoke. My girls scream uptown all day.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think everything uptown now.
I guess that's when I came out to Baltimore at first. I started learning about the over east, over west thing.
Yes,
so I didn't know.
Absolutely.
And I was just like east and west. We never even used that in DC.
Real talk.
We still using states, numbers, and letters.
Absolutely.
So over east and west didn't really care until you started. All you care about is the South part. That's it. You don't care about nothing else.
I definitely could relate to that. Coming from Virginia, I come from the suburbs.
Oh, okay.
So coming out here to Baltimore, you like, whoa, it's a culture shock.
I can believe it from Virginia. Ain't nothing out there ghetto.
Absolutely nothing.
Everything.
I know people who be rapping like, I'm from the hood out here in the house. I'm like, dog.
Well, it depends, though. It depends because if we talking like the immediate 703 people.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm talking about.
The hood
I'm not talking
south.
about 757, 804. I'm not going.
Yeah, the hood is down there in the 75 for sure.
They rowdy down there. I I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm real good. All right. All right. My other question for you right now is, when did you fall in love with basketball? Because I've noticed that sports is like a passion for you. Like you love some basketball. I feel like if basketball was a human, that would be.
We have dated. We have dated. We dated for 18 years.
Wow. Tell us about it.
18 years of my life. So that would put you at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Put me at 2 years old. I had 2 things put in my hand at the same time. A basketball and a pair of drumsticks.
Nice.
So, and I learned how to play both of them at the same time. Play drums, full set, and snare.
Nice.
I was the high school drum captain.
Okay. Drum line in that drum.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon.
I was. I actually was. I could do the sticking and everything.
We got some sticks in the studio. Let's get something. We can.
Rudiments are off right now. I got to go back to the pillow. I can't just go back on right now. But basketball really took flight for me. Let's see, around about, I want to say about 5th grade. And I lived next door, about 2 houses down to be exact, from 2 people that were very influential in my life, Dante Cunningham and Davelyn Cunningham, but her name, we called her Suge.
Nice.
And Suge actually trained me while we were living 2 doors down. And it's ironic because Dante didn't want to play. He hated basketball because his father played everything, and I didn't have a basketball court in my backyard, and they did. So I would go next door and shoot around, things of that nature, and it was crazy because one day I was playing Dante on the court, and his father saw me playing out in the backyard with him, and I beat his son. And that day he was like, "Yo, this is your court now too."
Facts.
And he actually, it's so ironic because Suge went on to play in the WNBA. She went to Rutgers and then went into WNBA, and she played for the Orlando Miracle at the time.
Okay.
And the Connecticut Sun. And then Dante actually went to Villanova, and he was on that championship team. I think that was like 15 or 17 or something like that. So, and then he went to the NBA. So both of them ended up going pro. And, you know, it's just ironic how the things that we didn't think made the most sense end up taking us to the highest heights.
Right.
And I was surrounded by so many athletes at the time and playing around them, still holding records for 3-pointers and assists in high school to this day. And, you know, just a little bit.
Talk to me now.
You know, it's crazy. So, and it's crazy because as I went on to middle school, I went to a performing arts school.
Okay.
And I went to Thomas Pullen in Landover, Maryland. And that school did not have a basketball team.
Okay.
So I actually started the basketball team back up. So it had been on a halt. Let me say it that way.
Hold up. This is, you said middle school?
Yeah, this is middle school. This was in my 6th grade year.
They didn't have a basketball team. So what? How did you do? Were you JC?
No.
You wasn't JC yet.
No.
You not what? You ain't got like a nickname shooter. Pistol whip or something.
I was more like Digimon.
Digimon.
Yes, they call me Digi. Like
Okay.
my high school coach gave me that name. So really, honestly, in middle school, I was just me. I was just my birth name, and you know, it was crazy because. So I played ball with guys all my life. Now, I'm the only girl on both sides of my family.
Okay.
So mom and dad, it's me,
right.
Literally. And the ability to sit back and be in the street playing football, you know, 4 downs in the street.
Man.
Cars coming, everybody move.
Reminiscing.
And then we get right back into it and we 3 downs in. And then, you know, and so in middle school, they didn't have a team, but they had all these trophies. And I used to look around like, yo, where these trophies come from? And I ain't seen no team. Like, a whole gym. We used it for gym class, but everything was built around like the performing arts of it.
Gotcha.
So dancing, drama, media arts. And that's actually how I got into school. I got into school as a major for media arts. So I did all the television and production piece of it. But basketball, I was like, all my friends were playing ball in school, but I also played rec. But I was like, yo, I gotta play in my school. So I went to a teacher at the time. His name was Mr. Hips. And I went to him and was like, yo, I want to start the basketball team back up. How do we do it? And a couple of days went by. He was like, well, you got to get a petition, got to have this amount of signatures. And then you got to find somebody to coach. And I'm like, well, if I get the signatures, would you coach? And he was like, all right. And I don't think he thought I was going to go get the signatures. I got everybody's signature, including the principals.
Hey.
So that time, at the end of the year, we had a team in place. The next year was the first year Thomas Pullen's team was back. There was no girls' team at first. It was only a boys' team. So I was the only girl in the county playing on the boys' team in the 7th grade.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I wasn't upset because I was used to it.
Absolutely.
I was used to it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So now, to see where the program is today, still going strong, actually stronger than ever before, but to know that I was a part of that history.
Absolutely.
To help it come back. And I got to shout out to my bro, Jay Spinks, who is doing a tremendous job over there helping to magnify that program currently. The boys have dual championships, and now this year we're going to claim that the girls basketball team is going to get its first championship ever in the history of the school. So super excited about that. And honest, I haven't even announced this yet, but I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to host the games at my middle school this year. So that should be...
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you. So that should be dope. So that's really when it happened. And it just took flight from there.
That's lit. So you was already deemed a leader.
Yeah.
Jaycee was already a leader. Like, you was already setting tones and making things shake and move. That's what it is.
I think because I wasn't just an athlete. My parents, especially my mom, she kept me in things that I didn't even want to do at the time. So I'm in the Hall of Fame for Girl Scouts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, they got a Hall of Fame for
There's
Girl
a Hall
Scouts?
of Fame for Girl Scouts.
Come on.
Yes.
Wait.
I have my bronze award.
Wait, what that mean? You
my
sold the most
silver
cookies?
award. No, I did more than just the cookies part. But yes, I did. Top seller in a lot of different areas.
Okay. So that's what it did. That's what you had to do?
So there's different phases of it all. And there's the bronze award, the silver award, and the highest award in Girl Scouting is the gold award. I have all three. Plus, I have my Juliet Lowe Trefo pin, where that's the founder's pin, and I have that pin as well. So it was a lot of different things that I rarely talk about this, so you getting all of it right now.
First of all, what don't you do? Girl Scouting. So that means, because in Girl Scouts you was learning everything.
Yeah, but I got all the life skills.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I had to actually learn how to plan, organize, and do so many more different, and then teamwork, network building, all these different things. I hated it. Yeah, I hated it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but as an adult, I appreciate the hell out of it.
Absolutely.
Every day of it. So while out, and it was only one Saturday out the month. It was for 4 hours, and I was just like, God, why am I here?
Yeah.
I wanted to be at basketball
you
practice.
That what did that green little thing go?
So the sash, yeah. So it's crazy. So I did everything but daisies. So there's the whole stages of it is daisies, brownies. What is it? Daisies, brownies, juniors, cadets, and seniors. I did everything from brownies to seniors. I had to wear them little funky uniforms.
Just graduating.
I was like, hey, yo, I think it was the uniforms really that did it. I couldn't stand the uniforms.
Right.
I couldn't stand the uniform. But then once we got to like the cadets and the seniors, it was like we was wearing tan. And I was just like, all right, whatever, yo. I was like, all right,
That's
whatever.
hilarious.
I hated it, but it was, but even though, and hate is a strong word, so I would say I disliked it very much. But even though to this day, I am probably one of the most renowned people that came from out of my actual troop, and still have so many connections all the way up to people that have sat as far as vice presidents in companies that all came through Girl Scouting that I would have never known had I never been a part of it. So I'm really, really, truly grateful for the opportunity to be able to do that.
Absolutely. First of all, you just do a lot. Okay. I mean, it seemed like from the baby time, you was doing a lot.
Yeah.
You was doing a whole hell of a lot.
Dad and mom kept me active.
As she should, though. I mean, I think that's what's important, because I grew up as a only child.
Okay.
And so my mother had me in basketball.
Okay.
Basketball was the love. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was out there with the boys.
I got you.
Football, same thing. When I tell you we got so much in common, I just think that it's the era that we grew up in.
Well,
era that we grew up in.
I'll throw another wrench in it. I play golf. I still play golf.
See what I'm saying?
And I bowled in college.
Okay, yeah, I ain't do that.
People don't know that.
I don't know how. See, me, I still don't know how to get the ball to just turn just a little bit.
It's so what people don't realize is those little dots and arrows actually mean something. You have to use them. Like, if you use them, you will actually get somewhere with your ball going down the lane. It's like, no, they didn't just put that there for decoration. Like, no, this is they're actually used for something. Like, it's a count for each board, and it's based upon where you stand. So that way you stand one way and you throw another.
Okay, yeah. Hey, listen, I definitely learned something new today because, baby, I really didn't know,
Oh, yeah.
I just know you don't cross that main line because
Especially
you're
when
going to bust your ass.
you gonna go to the bowling alley, you gonna start counting.
Man, what? And they're going to be like, how you do
You don't
that?
know where to start.
Real talk, though. I was like, hey, yo, Jaycee, so what I do? So how I do it? You know what I'm saying? What I do? Jaycee, no. What you say?
Hey, yo.
Go to the left?
If
Okay.
you call me, I will help you. I will help you. Yeah, I got you. Hey, yo.
Real talk,
Okay,
though.
all
No,
right.
I like that golf, though. I love golf. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not, no, let me explain.
Okay.
Top golf.
No. We play holes.
The real joint.
Yeah, we play 18 holes.
For real. It's 18 of them. I was about to say 10.
No.
It's 18 of
We
them.
play 18 holes.
And that's when y'all be driving the carts and stuff around.
Yeah, my mama drive the cart.
Oh, your mama be out there too.
My mama and my grandmother.
Speaking of your mama, you and your mama are twins. So wins.
She would love to know that. My daddy was there.
wins.
I
When
have his mannerisms.
Listen,
That's
when I
about
seen the pitch, I said, "That's Jaycee again."
Oh yeah, it's there's a picture of all. So up until about maybe 7 years ago, maybe 6 or 7, it might be a little longer than that now. It was 5 generations of us that was still living. My great grandmother, she just passed. She lived to be, I want to say 92.
Oh wow.
And then it's my grandmother, my aunt, my mom, and then myself. So and
All
of
ladies.
us,
All women.
well, no, my uncle.
Okay.
My uncle has just passed
Okay.
as well.
Rest in peace.
So yeah, it was. My mom had 3 biological siblings, and then 3 step siblings, and then my dad had just 1, and lost my aunt as well. So it's not a lot of death happening. It's just life happens.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Because
Right.
I don't like people that be like, we ain't gonna hang around you because it seems like everybody die around you. No, I mean everybody got a date,
Real talk.
so we just don't know the day or the hour.
Just don't know it.
So just use your time wisely.
It's so crazy that you say you from DC because I hear countryness in you.
Yeah,
So you went to Elizabeth City State University.
I did.
So you play ball there.
So it's crazy. So
Let's talk about it.
okay, so I went to Friendly High School.
Okay. What year you graduate?
I graduated in 2009.
Okay. My whole family went there. Go ahead.
Okay.
Graduated from there.
So I went to Friendly High School.
Okay.
And what started out to be the best thing that ever happened to me turned out to be the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Okay.
I had a person that I trusted very much so that did some craziness. And I want to make sure I'm careful about how I say this because these things exist even still to this day within the athletic realm. You have a lot of people that hold positions in athletic departments and spaces where they are still trying to live out their dreams through the kids that they're either coaching or overseeing or whatever. And I put trust into this one person, and I never got the help in return for the things that I was doing as far as putting points on the board, showing up every day, staying up late, putting up shots before and after practice, being the lead scorer, doing all these different things. I had off days. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't always the best person on the floor. But I trained with the best people in the county, so I knew my game, and I was serious about it. I was the only person out of 6 seniors in my graduating class on my team that wanted to go to school and play ball. Coach never helped me, and to the point that I never saw offers that I had. So I ended up playing ball. I ended up not playing ball after high school. So I went to I attended and enrolled in 2 different universities, but I have a story of 3 different universities. It's crazy. So after high school, instead of having a signing day to a university, I had a signing day to Great Lakes in Sallie Mae.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
So my freshman year, I went to Elizabeth City because it was my safe school. The coach that was recruiting me at the time, once I found out, because I went and did the unsigned seniors camp, I had worked out with Marissa Coleman, Christy Tolliver, Brenda Freeze trained me as well. So I was doing all these different things in high school. So it wasn't like I wasn't in the know of certain people. Still have these relationships to this day. And my freshman year, when I got to Elizabeth City, 2 weeks before I got there, the coach got fired.
Oh.
So the person that was actually a part of my transition to get into it now, they no longer have anything to do with whatever is going to happen. So the interim coach comes in. He doesn't want anything to do with bringing on walk-ons at the time. So I sat the whole year not as a collegiate athlete, but I did intramurals. And at that time at Elizabeth City was popping. So even intramurals had enough gas behind it. I mean, you talking gym still packed out like it was like the actual team.
Yeah.
And then the assistant coach of the girls team now, with the new coaching staff, was the head coach of the intramural squad. So I'm like, I'm going to go out here and bust my behind real quick and hope the good word get pushed back. Like, yo, you need to be on the squad.
Yeah.
I had MVP of 2 tournaments. Actually brought us back and won in overtime. One of them was at Norfolk State.
Sure to be balling.
And yeah, yo, like
Sure to be balling.
One thing about me, I don't like talking about me because it sounds like I'm bragging.
No.
And I don't do well with it.
No, hey, yo.
But
you better talk your shit. Yo, pop your collar.
So,
yo.
I'm getting better at it, though, because at the
These
time.
are your accomplishments.
Well, but it's not just the accomplishment. And I don't want to derail too much because I know we're going to get into it, but as women, we're taught to just be grateful to be in the room.
True.
And to be grateful for the opportunity. So we're taught to pretty much dumb down our level of excitement and confidence, where it now goes back and starts to look at it like you're being arrogant, but you're really being confident in yourself. And if you're not confident in yourself, then who should believe in you beyond that point? So
that's a fact.
So as I get there and I do all these different things, no word was ever passed along. So I got a tryout the following year in the fall, and I never got a call back. And it was, my personal opinion was that it was done out of just, I have to do it. So here's the tryout. And I was discouraged. I started gaining weight. I was losing myself. In the same year, my freshman year, I had just ended a relationship and lost 2 of my closest friends that were brothers to me in a car accident, same day.
Dang.
So they both brothers, both passed, same day. Imagine going home and you're at a funeral with 2 caskets at the end. So, and their parents helped raise me too. So it literally, I mean, I was on my way home surprising one of my brothers for his birthday to the knowledge of, literally, I'm pulling in the Union Station. They like, he gone. They're gone. They're both gone. So it was a lot. And so I'm dealing with all of that in my freshman year and not playing ball. So it's like, at this point, I don't know what's going on in my life. By the time the second semester of my sophomore year rolled around, that was January 2011, I ended up hitting up one of my friends that played at Bowie State. And she was just like, yo, you should come up here and work out with me before practice. All right, cool. I ain't think nothing of it. So as I'm sitting here like, all right, let me go up here. We had a bowling tournament and I was able to like duck off, get the workout in, and then do whatever. And so when I got on the floor, we worked out probably 2 hours before they had practice. Now, mind you, like, Shorty was crazy because she was in the military, so she was like all fumes, just like, yo, we gonna work out before practice. I'm like, yo, you still got practice after this. Like, are you crazy?
Facts.
So I took my homeboy with me, and it was like, I don't know how she did it to this day. Like, I was like, yo, I got dedication, but baby, you are insane. Like, so we worked out. I mean, when I say we went hard, like, we went hard. I'm talking 16s, UCLA, like, we was busting our own ass. Like, and that's how it should have been. Like, we ain't need nobody to, like, all we needed was the ball and the space. Like, you got to kick us out the gym.
Yeah.
And so we worked out all the way up until the time of the team coming in. They sat at half court. And as they sitting at half court, they stretching and they turn around looking like, she coming here? Because I'm knocking down like just threes, everything, just going for it. And we did this drill, I go, you go. And it was like, it's kind of like the make it, take it, but it's not. It's like, all right, I shoot here, you shoot here. But you got to do the exact same thing that I did, but it was more fundamental.
Gotcha.
And the coaches started to come in. And she walked up to me and was like, yo, that's them. Let's go.
Let's go.
Mind you, this like hour and 45 in, dead leg, everything. But I'm like, yo, this might be it right here.
Yep.
Like, I don't know where it's at, but I'm finna find it real quick. And I mean, knockdown. I probably missed maybe one shot. And at the end, the coaches walked up to me and was like, hey, you go here? And I was just like, I'm waiting on my acceptance letter still, but that's the plan. She was like, all right, well, head coach at the time, she was like, yo, as soon as you get here, first day, you come see me.
Hey.
So, all right. I left out of there motivated as hell.
I know that's right.
I was like, yo, let's go. First day, January 24th, 2011. I never forget it because that was the same day as the blizzard that happened in the state of Maryland.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
I never forget that day because I also got a car accident with my dad's truck.
Oh, damn.
So I will never forget that
That's probably
day.
why you really won't forget it.
Yeah, 100%. But I went upstairs, like she said, and went upstairs, and I walked in and I said, hey, coach, I'm enrolled now. I'm here. She said, all right, cool. She said, I can't promise you nothing, but I want you on the squad. Like, I see a lot in you. I like the way you move. Keep staying in shape. If you need any access to anything, just let me know, and I can confirm whatever. And, deny whatever you can't do, whatever. Like, but you have latitude to utilize this facility, this, and this. And I said, all right,
That's
cool.
a blessing.
And I had never had that type of, whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet, I'm good. I'm at Bowie State now. This was at Bowie State. 4 months into it. At the time, there was an interim athletic director. 4 months later, a new athletic director came in, and he didn't want people having two jobs. At the time, my head coach was the compliance director and the head women's coach, and he took the head women's coach from her position. So in that time frame of me putting all this work in, now the same thing that happened at Elizabeth City happens again to me at Bowie State. What? So I'm like, I know God, you playing tricks on me. Like, what's going on? I'm like, hey, you got to tell me something because I done put all this work in. I didn't transfer here. The first 2 weeks, I was staying on my down teammate's couch. Like, I ain't even had housing at the time. I'm like, I'm not driving back and forth from Bowie to, no, that's not happening. Let's just go ahead and, like, I'm here. Like, I done moved in. Like, and finally got my apartment, and I'm like, hey, God, what's up?
Right.
So the day and it's crazy because the day I found out, technically my obligation was not to the team yet. So I had access, but I wasn't officially a part of the team. So I was on a plane flying to Durham, North Carolina, to go see my old bowling teammates because it was CIAA championships for bowling. And as soon as the plane landed, my phone blowing up. As soon as I turn it on, call me now. Like, I'm like, what the hell is wrong? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Man, that's when they told me that she no longer had the position. And I was just like, yo, it's not gonna work.
Damn.
I was like, it's not gonna work. And she was like, nah. And mind you, it's the same person that called me is the same person that told me to come work out. So she was like, no. The coach asked, the new coach that they put in place, he asked, was you still gonna stay or was you? And I was just like, all right. And I said, but I don't got a good feeling about it. And she was like, no, let's put this work in and let's go. Forget the feeling. Let's change the narrative. And I was like, all right. Shit.
I like that.
I'm motivated. All right, I said, look, we'll deal with it when I get back. Okay, cool. And so nonstop in the gym, I'm doing agility training. I'm doing weight vest training. I'm strength training. I'm ice baths, like you couldn't tell me like I wasn't in it. 2 days in the gym, I was playing.
Baths? No,
Yeah, 100%. No. They were mandatory too in college. Like we had to take like 2 every 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, no, you good.
And you had to sign out. You weren't playing if you ain't take it.
For real?
Yes.
Oh yeah, nah.
But it's the best recovery in the world.
I heard. I be seeing that little
do
stuff
cryo.
On
Cryo. If you can't do the 20 in the tub, do cryo.
What is that?
Cryo is where it's basically like it's a tube and you stand in it.
I seen that.
Yeah, and it just gets
It's
really,
quite-
really
okay.
cold.
Yeah.
And it's only 3 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah, it's 3 minutes.
I hate being cold, so
I mean, but it's when you get out, you feel like a brand new person.
I believe you.
Yeah, if you want to get back to the like reborn page, you go to the cryo.
Go to, Jesus, hold on, Jesus, give me 3 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? Jesus, just give me 3 minutes
Just
right
give me
here.
3
Yes.
minutes, 3 seconds. Hold up.
So okay. So yeah, we go from that point, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna try it. My parents asked me that I want to stay, and I said, all right, I'm gonna stay. So the coach tell me like, yo, if you want to be on the team, you gotta come to every open gym this summer. Say less.
Facts.
Now his daughter is on the team, busting her ass too. I'm having a ball. Like I'm going ham. Like, and the team like, oh yeah, we good. Like we good money. Fall comes around. Now, every athlete that has ever played, and especially on a higher level, you know that one word that you just never prepared for, but you like, let's just get over with, preseason.
Mm.
And preseason separates you from the low level to the, oh, I'm in my bag type situation. And I was invited to do preseason with the team by the coach.
Nice.
So I say, all right, now I'm getting a little hope. I'm like, all right, I done all the summer joints. Now I'm like, all right, cool. Okay. So preseason required me to get up at 4:30 every morning. I was being told to sprint by 5:30 every morning.
Mm.
Every morning for about 37 days.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I mean, but the basketball, I get it. It's for the love. Go ahead.
I loved it though.
I get it.
But I loved it though because
at that time
I felt like I had so much that I had to prove because I'm like,
absolutely.
I don't know what opportunity is not gonna come or is gonna come. So let me maximize the hell out of this one that I know I have in front of me.
Facts.
So I did all of preseason. Practice comes in. He still was like, yo, you got to try out just for the formality of it all. And I think I overdid it from the preseason part to the actual tryout because for some odd reason my shin started flaring during the tryout. But I'm thinking like, yo, I've been working out with this team the entire time. Like that's not going to hinder me.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm good. And they was like, yo, sit down. And I tried to sit down and I was like, yo, I'm gonna just run around on him. I'm gonna just run on him. And they was like, yo, running on him make it worse. I'm like, I don't care. I'm trying to like, I gotta prove this. So at the end, he told the whole team to go in the back and was like, yo, all right, we're going to call y'all and let y'all know further instructions or whatever. I'm not thinking nothing of it because I've had access to this entire situation
Facts.
since January 24th.
Yes.
Well.
And it was like only you and that girl?
It was just only me.
You.
And because the girl was already on the team.
Oh, she was already, okay.
Yeah, she was already on the team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was really just me that was already enrolled. And then, of course, when he came in, he brought his people in, of course. So, I was like, all right. And then days went by, heard nothing. Preseason coming up. I'm like, all right, coach, what's up? He like, yo, I want to hold you until conference play. And I was like, all right. So he's like, yo, so just keep getting healthy. I'm like, all right, whatever. Mind you, I ain't had no bad grades. I ain't had no unpaid balance, no nothing. Like I'm just like, give me a jersey, I'm ready to go. I'm paying. I'm not even on scholarship. I'm still paying.
Right.
So by January, that was conference play. So this is a whole year of just training and preparing. So it was January I want to say 16th or the 18th. It was Livingstone College against Bowie State women's basketball team inside the AC Jordan Arena on the campus of Bowie State University. And I was supposed to play my first game that day.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I remember is because my homegirl Jasmine played for Livingstone. And after the game that I did not play in, she was like, yo, you go here? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, why you not playing? I was like, I'm about to go find out right now. She literally turned around, looked at her teammates and was like, yo, if she was playing, we would have lost.
Damn.
That's exactly what she said. Flat out. She was like, yo, if she was playing, we would have lost. And I was like, damn. Like, we ain't played together in years.
Yeah.
But she was like, no. If she would have played, we would have lost.
The truth.
And so I went into I was like, all right, well, I told both my parents came to that game. I went into the office and I walked in, I told Coach, I said, Coach, I'm like, Coach, can I talk to you real quick? He's like, yeah, what's up, shorty? And everybody used to call me that. And so I came in there, I was like, hey, Coach, like, what's up? Like, when I'm gonna play? You told me I was gonna play during conference play. We in conference play now. And he was like, yo, shut the door. I was like, all right.
Here we go.
He looked at me and said, yo, this shit is shattered. And I want to build a team around you next year.
Damn.
So, wait. I just, what? How? And to add insult to injury, it's only 7 women on a 15-man roster right now. So I said, all right, well, my parents are here. Can you help me explain what you're telling me to them?
Right.
Because I don't even know how to put this together in my own head right now. So I bring my parents in. He come in, they shake his hand and everything. My dad's a hothead, so I get it from him, honestly. My mom is the hotter head. So, yeah, I got both of them for sure. And so he shut the door, and he's like, yeah, I told her I want to build a team around her next year, and then he's like, well, why she can't play now? Like, what is it about next year that's going to guarantee her next year if you can't do it now and you only have 7 people on the roster? Like, what's the difference? And it was the assistant coach. She was sitting in there at the time, and she ain't say nothing. She just backed his play. Like, because later on, he was like, well, we only told her she would play if somebody got hurt. And I'm like, wait, hold on. It's 7 people on the team. You are hurt.
Right.
Like, we ain't won a game yet. We hurt. Let me go ahead and do my thing at this point. Let me get my reps in. Like, what's up, man?
Facts.
Man, that thing got hot in there real quick. And they had to get my daddy up out of there. And that was the end of me at Bowie State.
Wow.
That summer, I had transferred. That summer I was transferring, but before I left, remember I told you it was 3 schools. So before I left, there was a crazy thing that happened on campus, and I helped create this thing called Peace Week. And one of the events on there was a staff versus student basketball game. Well, I told nobody but my teammate that I have always been locked in with since I transferred to Bowie. I said, yo, I'm about to try out for Virginia Union. And she was like, go, get the hell out of here, go. And I was just like, all right. And I went down. I'm out of shape, depressed.
I can imagine that.
Suicide attempt number 1 already didn't happen. But something in me just was like, yo, I love this game. And I get to Union on my tryout day. And as soon as I walk in the door, my old teammate from high school had just transferred there from Bethune-Cookman.
Hey, nice.
To Virginia Union. And I was just like, oh, hell yeah, let's go. And it was like, we was like the dynamic duo in high school. Like, let's go. And when we got there, I tried out. She stayed and watched me and pushed me the entire tryout. And they had us play against 2 of the players that was on the team currently. And I was like, all right, bet. They brought me in the office. I verbally committed that day afterwards. And they matched me up with a kid that was coming out of Flowers High School at the time. And I verbally committed to Virginia Union that day. And 30 days later, I was supposed to come down and sign. So the team was already hyped. They stayed after. They was like, yeah, yo, she about to. And 30 days later, my phone rung, and I was like, what's up, coach? And she was like, hey, you got a second, yo? And I was like, yeah, what's up? I said, yo, man, I can't wait to get down. She was like, yeah, that's what I'm calling you for. Make sure everything's straight. I said, yeah. She said, well, I'm not calling with good news, though. And I was like, what? And she was like, so we thought we needed another guard, but we miscalculated our red shirts and we needed a post player. So unfortunately, I can't offer you the position. And then she said, well, was this the only school you had left, like, in your mind? I was like, coach, this was my last resort. This was it. And she's just like, I'm sorry. And that was it. And I mean, I cried like a baby.
I can imagine. Like, right now, I feel like crying. God damn. Like,
I cried like a baby because it literally was every year for 3 years straight of just no. And I mean, I got this close.
And putting
every time.
All that work.
Every time. And it just didn't happen. And so I never forget, I went down to Union for their homecoming, and everybody was like, yo, what happened? And I was just like, ask your coach. So I transferred back that summer to Elizabeth City. And what I never wanted to go to turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. I never wanted to go to Elizabeth City because it was my family school. So everybody went there, cousins, uncles, aunts, brothers, fathers, like everything. Just everybody went to Liz. Hell, I was going to Liz at 2. So it was like, so I felt like I was at Liz the whole time. Like,
right.
But I never wanted to go. And man, it was the best thing that ever happened. I linked up with my homeboy. Shout out to DJ B Out. And my other brother, LG Burner, who I couldn't stand when I first met him. But that's my boy, my brother. And but I linked up with DJ B Out first. And in North Carolina, anybody that knows, there's a thing called Cookout. It's a restaurant. I'm not talking about in your backyard, okay? and the parties back then was $5 to get in. And I was like, a tray at Cookout, $5. And I had $5 in my pocket. So I was like, hey, yo, I'm about to help B out, set his equipment up. I'm going to keep about $5 in my pocket. I'm going to go get Cookout after the party because I know I'm going to be hungry.
Thanks.
And we all going to go get something to eat. We know it's going to be Cookout. So I ended up loading in with him. And one time I got on his nerves and he waved the microphone in my face and was just like, yo, talk to them. And that was when I started hosting at Elizabeth City State University.
That's crazy, because that was my next question.
Well, the crazy thing is too, and let me make sure I give the right respect to this situation. So the same day that I did that event at Bowie State, that staff versus student game, the coach of Bowie at the time walked up to me and said, yo, I heard you was going down Union. Like, how the hell? I ain't never tell nobody. Remember I told you, I only told my teammate. My teammate wasn't gonna say nothing because she couldn't stand his ass either. So come to find out, the coaches conference that happens at the end, they started talking. He blackballed me to her. That's how my offer got rescinded.
Wow.
And so that same day that I cried my eyes out and never played another collegiate day in my life was also the same day that I started hosting, because I hosted that staff versus student basketball game.
Oh, nice.
So shout out to Coach T at Bowie State, because she gave me my very, very first shot at hosting.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I know that.
Long way, but it's like I can't leave.
I get it. No, I definitely
It's like,
get it.
yeah.
I definitely understand that, because that is so crazy, because your story goes right into my question. Because we're going right into the hosting part.
Let's go.
That was perfect.
Let's go.
Okay. So let me ask you.
What's up?
All right. So what made you start hosting though? Like you are, I mean, because we got to understand that hosting is a lot. I host. That is not, it's not easy. People think just because you pick up the microphone, talk.
Say that again.
It is not easy, okay? But you know, you are also a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
So we understand hosting is you're lit somewhere in the club.
Right.
You are the crowd.
Yeah.
You are pumping up everybody to, you know, actually speaking life into someone.
Right.
How did you know that you wanted to take that route from hosting to motivational speaking?
So hosting was something that I say I stumbled into, but because at that time, you know, it was no real hosting gigs. Like
Facts.
We had 106 in Park, but the only people that you saw that were hosts were the news anchors, right? So I mean, you didn't really see a whole lot of different things, and maybe like ESPN analysts, and most of them were guys, except for like Robin Roberts and a couple of other people. But you know, hosting kind of, like I said, from my boy waving it in my face to that same semester that I transferred back, was also the first time I ever got paid to host. So my university paid me for a homecoming comedy show. So
that's lit, because it's hard to get paid out here when you start hosting.
Well, let me show you how this worked though. So so my uncle, rest in peace, Bobby Burwell, he used to manage a lot of artists, and he also was Radio 1 as well. And it was so crazy because he used to manage all these people, and I never forget, my old bowling coach was also in charge of like student activities and student life on campus, and he was like, yo, they want you to host a homecoming comedy show. And I was like, all right, bet. They got to talk to my manager. He was like, yo, manager, like, girl bye. And I was just like, all right, well, told my manager.
Yeah.
Like, you serious? I'm like, yeah. And he like, all right, give me the number. And I was like, all right. Let me call him and make sure I can get your information first.
Yeah, right.
But I ain't had no manager.
Yeah.
I ain't had no manager whatsoever. I come on, I was like, hey, they want me to do this, and I don't know. And they talking about contract and all this other stuff. He like, yo, all right, just give me the number.
Yeah.
He called me back in like 2 hours and like, yo, they about to pay you $1,500. Just send me $200.
Hey, yo, I know.
So I went back to my dorm room with $1,300.
I know that's right.
I was like, hey, yo, that's crazy. So they said $200 to him, and they paid me $1,300, and it was a total of $1,500 all in. And so I got paid $1,500, but I paid him $200 for brokering the deal or whatever.
Of course.
And he put me on the contract, and that's how I got my first one. And it went from that to BT. So I did end up doing 106 before it went off the air. And it just kind of landed me in different spots. Did a couple of different like spots and commercials and stuff and social media stuff for Revolt. And but I always wanted to do radio. So I'm still not speaking. Like I was doing speaking stuff because like they would ask me like in church and stuff, but it wasn't like I ain't really paying no attention. Plus, mind you, I told you I did media arts in middle school. So, and then I did. I was a leader in a lot of, like, I was captain of the team. I was drum captain on the basketball, on the band. It was all these different leadership roles. So I always had to be the motivational person on the squad. Like, let's go. Like, but I always wanted to do radio. And it took me 6 years to get in the door of radio. And so right after, and right after college, I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
Because my whole life was wrapped into basketball. My identity, my everything was wrapped in basketball. I was, what? So I get back home. I got a degree in debt.
Right.
And the only job I can get is as a sales associate at Ralph Lauren.
Right.
I'm working for people that ain't even seen college outside of homecomings. Like, I'm upset. I'm in my feelings. Like, what? I just went through 4.5 years of hell. Like,
real talk.
4.5 years of hell. Plus, got a couple of good moments in that job too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 2 good things came out of it. I got my degree and I became a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So I was just like,
go.
you know what I'm saying? I got 2 out of the 3 things I ever wanted out of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, of course, great relationships and stuff like that. But man, by the time I started trying to get in radio and hosting, I was already doing stuff that led me into radio. So I had my nonprofit from Sagging and Suited. It's trademarked, so you can't get it. And then I also have I had like all these other different opportunities. I was hosting for CIAA at the time, and I stalked that dude for 11 months. That's how I got that opportunity. Like we'll be here another 2 hours if I told you that story. But to this day, I still host for the CIAA.
That's what's up.
And mind you, the coach at Bowie also used to tell me, he's like, yo, your daughter would never be good enough to touch that floor.
What was wrong with this coach?
And so
we need to find this coach real quick?
So which camera? This is my camera? Which one camera?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, he's still paying for tickets to see me host on the floor. He told me I never touch.
Oh, wow.
You goddamn right.
Pretty much. So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to make that clear that it biblically says he'll make your enemies your footstool. And so
man, what?
I'm still standing.
Already, man.
So,
Listen.
Transition into radio, but in 2017, I hooked up with my mentor, Eric Thomas. And
don't talk about Eric too much.
Man.
Don't talk about him too much because I have him on here. I'm
not going to say much, but in 2017, that was the first introduction.
Okay.
So we weren't working together yet.
Okay.
But that was the first introduction.
Okay.
And so that's when speaking kind of started flaring, but I still didn't get into it. I still wanted to be a host. I wanted to make as much money as Kenny Burns make. Like
that's
hosting.
my guy.
And I was just
I
like,
love Kenny, yes.
I was like, KB, like, and I mean, Big Bro always come through with the advice and all that other stuff, but KB is an anomaly. Like,
yes, he is. My
man navigated the waters from DC. He is a DC kid.
Yep.
Okay. The man went to Eastern High School. Like, my man is from the city. Okay. And it's just like, but I realized that the waters were different for women than they were men. So the things that KB was able to get away with, women like weren't looked at as valuable in those areas. So it was like I kept having to reinvent myself to the point that I even lost opportunities by helping other people. And it just showed me how I needed to navigate securing myself first instead of always trying to make sure everybody else won. And that's been something that I've been dealing with now, is just understanding how to make sure that I'm good before everybody else is. And I'm better at it now, 100% though.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, some people won't say that, but
I mean,
I'm better at it.
I ain't gonna say we're gonna keep it clean. Forget them. We're gonna keep it real clean.
Yeah,
Forget
yeah.
them. All right. So you mentioned about working for Radio One.
Yeah.
How was that? Like, has Radio One
You
working?
said clean, right?
Yeah, we're gonna keep it clean. And the
All
reason
right.
why we're gonna keep it clean, we're gonna keep it real clean, okay? Because we had some, yeah.
Yeah, I see Dawn was on it. What up, yo?
Okay, there you go. So,
Yeah.
but like how has that, because, again, someone from my position who's looking at you like, damn, who's watching you literally break
Yeah.
barriers
Yeah.
and go through
Appreciate
and
it.
actually be on
Yeah.
the morning click, 92Q.
Man.
And we don't gotta go into too much.
Yeah.
But the question is,
Man.
has you, by you working for Radio One and having that foot in that door, did that help you? Or did it hinder you? Or didn't do anything because you Jaycee? You gonna do you regardless.
It showed me who I was. It showed me who it was. I won't say that it helped and I won't say it hurt. I will say that it was needed. Because I thought I needed radio to be me. And it showed me that I was me regardless. So the entire 6 years of me chasing getting in radio station, I mean, I interviewed at every station in DC except 92Q. I was like, I'm not driving to Baltimore. I'm just not. And lo and behold, Baltimore gives me the opportunity. And it was the best thing that ever happened. Shout out to Kills. Like, we still have a great relationship. Pork Chop, Squirrel, James the Great. Oh my God, I could go down the list of all the people. Conan, Persia, she'd kill me if I don't say her name. Good God, Quick, my brother my brother, literally. It's so many people that I don't want to keep naming because I will forget. AJ, like I would forget so many people. So going into radio, I'll fast forward to year 6. But I want to make something very clear. In the first 5 years of me trying to get into the radio station, I prayed the same prayer, and I think that's the reason why I didn't get the answer I needed in the first prayer. So the main prayer was, "Hey God, it's me. About to go in this interview again. Here we go again. If it's for me, I'm for it. Like I want it. But if it ain't for me, I'm cool with that too." And everything after but is what I kept getting for 5 years. So by year 6, when I said, "Hey God, listen, I'm tired of doing this. I need this. I want this. That's it. Amen." 2 interviews. I was in the door. Did 2 interviews. Kelson hired me and gave me my shot. I'm forever grateful for that man for letting me come in the door when nobody else would give me a shot. 2 weeks after I was hired, I was on the radio. I never looked back. And one of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing on-air personalities that was at 92Q to my knowledge. Now, it's not, I don't know how factual it is, but that's what's been told to me.
Facts.
Because a lot of people nobody ever, got hired off the street to just go straight on the air. And I got hired as an on-air talent. I was not a board op. I wasn't a promotions assistant. I didn't do none of that. Shout out to everybody that runs those positions because they're necessary.
Facts.
But I knew that I could go straight on the air.
Right.
And that's what I did.
Facts.
So I went on the air, voice track for like 2 months. Then he was like, "All right, you about to do your first live show." I think this was like, I won't say 2 months. It probably was like, maybe 4 or 5 months, something like that. And I did my first show on, I think it was either Saturday or Sunday, and I was shaking like hell the entire show. But I felt good. I was like, I'm finally doing it. Like, I'm finally doing it. But little did I know, this season was just showing me like, yo, you've been doing this. Like, you really don't need this. Like, like they need you. And I needed to flip that. Like, need you. Like y'all need each other, but they don't know if they need you, and you don't know if you need them.
Oh, I get
So
it.
everybody's figuring out who needs what at this point, right? So in 4 years that I was at Radio 1, I
listened all the time.
I appreciate that.
Go ahead.
I did all the time / you can ever do in radio. I did midnight to 6. I did 10 to midnight. I did 7 to midnight. I did 3 to 7. I did 10 to 2. I did 10 to 3. I did 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. And I've worked every day in 4 years, Monday through Sunday. I've worked.
Wait, so you mean no time off?
No, I had time.
Oh, okay.
I took my time.
I was about to say, you had no time off, JC?
I took my time. Shout out to my bro Flexer. He once told me, and never forget this, he said, yo, be available, but be unavailable at the same time.
Absolutely.
And I was just like, bro, what? Like, I'm not going to be unavailable. I've been waiting for this job forever. What is wrong with you? I got in there and I realized exactly what the hell he meant. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I can't do this today. Like, no, because there comes a time, and this is not just Radio 1, this is companies in general where they realize what they have, but they don't want to recognize that they know what they have.
Man.
And so they will utilize it and hope you never figure out your value, at least as fast as they already have. So for me, I grew as fast as God saw fit. But I also told God, I'm like, yo, I want to be a morning show host. Like, I ain't never not say I ain't want to do that. I knew how to do it.
Facts.
It was easy.
Yes.
And shout out to my sis, Persian Nicole, because she honestly was the reason why I actually sat in on the morning show, because she was like, nah, I'm going to stay in my slot. Get Jaycee to do it. And I went from doing it from 1 week to it was a couple other people that came after me. And then it was like, yo, I want you to bring back. I want to bring, Kels was like, oh, I want to bring you back. And it was like, I stayed on the show. I did the show for a full year before I walked away. And I walked away. I felt like it was time. I felt like there was a direction that I wanted to go, and there was a direction that the company wanted to go. And I didn't know what the company's direction was, and neither did they. So at that time. So I felt like for the first time I needed to choose myself. And it wasn't nothing malice, nothing. It was just like we just outgrew each other at the time. And it was like, I'm not the same kid that came in like, oh, I'm just so. It's like, no, I'm an adult trying to eventually have a family and be married and grow and travel and have PTO. Like, I never had paid time off. I never had leave. So if I took off, I was off.
That's it.
So 9 times out of 10, if I took off, it's because I had to go make the money I did not make while I was doing my dream.
I got you.
So it was like, but I gave everything to that station.
Sacrifice.
And till this day, they got their act right. I go back. I go back. You feel me? It's always family, and I don't want to. And the AM Click is no longer on. Shout out to the Quicksilver Morning Show. I love you, big bro. I love everything you're doing about it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I wish them all the success that they can have.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I don't know if I could have. JC, you've been through a lot.
It's been some time.
But it's like what you've been through pulls on your heartstrings for real. Like,
it does.
Because, it was the love for everything that you did. It seemed like it was like in your face. And then it was like, it was there, then it was taken away from you. But it doesn't seem like that stopped you from who you are becoming and who you are today, right?
The right environment will make you understand who you are even faster. I can't say that this is something that I've known forever, but in the last year and a half, my entire circle has switched. And everything about me has become so thoroughly immersed into who I should be and how I shouldn't settle. And it's so crazy because I feel like the same hamster wheel journey I was on when it came to like applying for radio, like I feel like God really be like, yo, you don't have to keep applying no more. Like just apply what you know. And
that was deep. Damn.
So like now I'm in the space where it's just like, yo, you say you can lead. And show the people that this is what leadership looks like. It ain't pretty. It ain't sexy at all times. It sucks.
Yeah.
To be honest, like being a business owner sucks.
Yeah.
It's ass. Like
no, real talk.
But it's worth it.
Absolutely.
Like, I have more peace of mind now than I've ever had.
Facts.
So, yeah, man. Certain situations you just got to be grateful for.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I had to learn the spirit of gratitude because I hated life for a while. I hated it. I just and I mean that because 2 suicide attempts total.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, yo, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yo, like, I'm tired of feeling like don't nobody see the value in me. Why? I'm like, everybody said my work ethic is amazing. All these different things. Your character is this. And, oh, you don't know Jace, da, da, da. And then when it come up, don't nobody think about me. My name ain't mentioned. All these other different things. But then, oh, man, we should have. I'm like, yo, that don't work. Companies I've still done business with, till this day, still be like, why we ain't call you? I don't know. Why didn't you call me?
Facts.
What is it about me? Like,
right.
And so I had to stop asking the question of what is it about me and just been like, all right, God, if you don't want me around that chaos, appreciate it. Because I don't know what I'm not in. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm good.
Jaycee, you preaching over here. Stop it. Stop it. You was touching me right now. I got to ask you this.
What up?
Before we, run out of time. Real quick.
All right.
Not even real quick. It's so you are a motivational speaker. Like, who pours back into Jaycee?
Man. Oh, man. Okay. Woo. I will say it like this. I have a group of friends now that, man, my life has changed drastically by allowing myself to just be okay. And knowing that it's okay to not be okay. And then allowing myself to be okay with saying I'm not okay too. But these were people, my God, like, yo, they some heavy hitters, yo. Like, they go hard every day. And I be thinking I'm not doing enough. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm lazy around these people. Like, what? And it's like, and then there's like, so there's the personal set and then there's the professional set. And the professional set is E and Jeremy Anderson and Jamal King and CJ, like, and Carl and Nikki Saunders and Coach Val. Like, it's, man, these are multimillionaires, millionaires.
Yeah.
Like, that I had their numbers and I could call if I need help. Like, I'm not trying to name everybody. I probably missed a few people, but these people have literally, like, they show me like, yo, your work ethic can't be around us because you don't get it. And I'm like, oh, like that. I can be around whoever. No, not over here because you still doing the excuse thing and we over here on the execution thing. And I'm like, I don't like the way that feel. I don't like being ousted by people I work my ass off to be next to.
Absolutely.
And it was like, all right, so now I'm at the point where I have 2 solid groups of people that all understand how to win and then all understand how to celebrate those that win in the situations that they're winning in. And then when it's my turn, then they celebrate me and then as we right back. So the hamster wheel is of celebration now and not of just spinning and clicking and whatever it is. Like, nah, like, but no, it's a different thing when you're around 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners. Like, yeah, you just like 8-figure earners. You just like, hey, yo, yeah, no, I've been slacking.
Yeah, right.
And you can't see it when you in it, but you also can't see it when you chasing something that, you never was supposed to chase. And plus, I'm now in a season where, and I said this at CIAA, I never forget it. I'm like, when you're chasing things, they run from you, but when you're in alignment, it attaches automatically. And now that I'm in alignment, it's like I ain't even going after nothing no more. I've really just been sitting back. I can't make this up. I got an email today about Super Bowl. I say that. I say that. So, it's and I went last year for the first time and I served under E. And I went to the game. Everything. I seen the whole thing. And now this year it's like, nah, you gonna be able to be in your element. And so every element that I'm not in, I'm gonna go find a way to be in it. So now it's like, all right, cool. Super Bowl in Vegas. How can I go speak at like 3, 4, 5 schools in the same week? Knock that out. Go do the hosting gig. Get to the game. take the fam, do whatever. Like, why can't we have what we want?
Facts.
You can't have it because you don't want it.
That is true.
If you want it, go after it the right way, and if not, change the goal.
You don't gotta yell at me.
No, but I get yelled at too.
Nobody told you yell at me.
I still get, that's the best part. I still get tuned up too.
Absolutely.
And you ask who pours, and I'm telling you, like, I'm now in a season where I know what it's like to be filled. Because I've always just poured even from an empty cup.
JC.
So I know now.
This interview was destined. I just need you to know that this interview was destined. All right, real quick. I want to do basically like a rapid fire. All right, I'm just going to ask you some questions. You either choose which one you like, which one you don't like. All right, real quick.
She said rapid fire. All right,
it says, real quick.
All right.
R&B or hip hop?
R&B.
Brandy or Monica?
Brandy.
Lloyd or Marion?
Ooh, okay. Lloyd's my boy, so I gotta go with Lloyd. That's
I
my
was going to say, I see the picture.
That's my boy.
You better say Lloyd.
That's my boy, Lloyd. I gotta keep the fam.
Please and thank you, because I seen it. I said, let me put this in
Dante, don't kill me, yo.
Kurt Franklin or Fred Hammond?
Ooh, Fred.
I like that one.
Fred.
Regina Hall or Sanaa Lathan?
Sanaa.
I know that. You better.
Sanaa.
And my girlfriend gonna say, why are you always using Sanaa? Because she is that. Okay?
Sanaa Lathan for
What
sure.
you talking about? Lisa Leslie or Rebecca Lobo?
Lisa Leslie to go. We ain't no Rebecca Lobo without Lisa Leslie.
Oh, already.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
Yeah, 100%.
Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Come on, Cheryl.
Cheryl Swoops?
Come on, Cheryl.
I'm gonna have to go with Cynthia on that one.
Nah, and it's the reason why. So it's like
Cynthia Cooper, that like
Cynthia is the GOAT, but everybody wanted the Air Swoops.
You ain't lying. I had it.
And I was like, yo, at one point, it was like a point guard with shoes.
She like that.
Like,
Was like that.
But don't get it twisted. Coop the GOAT.
Come on.
Coop the GOAT.
Washington Commanders or Dallas Cowboys?
Child the Commanders all day long.
Of course. Ravens or the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Definitely the Ravens, because I'm still close to Baltimore.
Okay. If you had one opportunity to be a part of the WNBA today, which team would you play for and why?
So I'm gonna give you a 2-part answer. You ready?
Okay.
Washington Mystics. I still want my 10-day contract.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
That's the short answer.
Okay.
And then the overall answer is I don't want to play. I'm owning the team.
I like that answer. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Would you ever coach for a WNBA team if it was offered?
No, I want to own it. I don't even. I want to put people in place.
Hosting or motivational speaking?
Speaking.
Got you.
I'm phasing out of hosting as it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, that concludes the rapid fire. Thank you
Okay.
for that. That was real quick.
Yeah.
Because we're coming on top, so I just want to, real quick. What would you tell someone out here that is chasing, I should say? I want to rephrase this question after what you just said. I really do.
Okay, go ahead.
What would you tell someone who's out here, trying to fulfill their dreams and anything that they're doing, whether it be media, sports, whatever? What would you tell them, especially, I'm gonna say like this, growing up in Baltimore City, because it's wild. I grew up in Virginia, you grew up in DC, the elements in DC is wild as well.
100%.
So what you came out, you pushed through. What advice would you give to someone that's in that predicament?
Very easy. It might not be going as planned. That doesn't mean it's not going as planned.
Go to her website and look at it. I love it.
And the second part is character over clout. A lot of times right now, this generation is built off clout. 100%. Everything is a viral moment. Everything is, I gotta look good for the gram. What's the new TikTok trend? What's the new sound? What's the new dance? What's the new whatever? And it's like most of the people don't realize that they are the same trendsetters that they're following these trends after. And it's like, if you're gonna be a trend, if you're gonna do the trend, create the trend too. It might take you some time, but at least be the leader of it all. And instead of trying to get the clout from somebody else's fame that they not even getting the clout and they mad that you getting it off of them. So it might not be sexy, it might not look good, but I'm not trying to go viral. My bank account is viral.
Say it
So,
again. Yes, sir.
I'm out of the whole, like, I mean, I probably wear my logo more than I wear any other brand that I have in my house. And it's because I am the most important person.
Mm-hmm.
I am. When I walk in the room, it was like they used to put me on the bill as the host, and it's like, I'm the talent, and I'm the person that is EPing this, or I'm an executive producer, and I'm the person that I'm trying to sign the back or the front of the check. Like, I signed the back now. I'm trying to sign the front.
Got it.
So if you're trying, in order to sign the front of the check, you got to understand your character is going to take you everywhere. Every job that I've ever had, and when I say job, I mean gig, I mean whether it was Ralph Lauren as a sales associate, whether it was promotions down at Ibiza and Love and all these other clubs, or whether it was, all these other different situations, I can now say that I sit next to owners of clubs that give me advice on how to have ownership. And, stop trying to just be the person that consumes and start trying to be the person that owns.
Love it. Jaycee,
Yo.
I got to say thank you.
Appreciate you. This was dope.
So much.
This was dope.
For coming on my show. Because again, I don't think you understand. You helped me tonight.
I appreciate
your story just inspired me in a whole listen, I was looking at things. Now I'm like, I don't even know if I want to submit that one right there. Hold up. I might have to hold up.
Yeah, if it don't fit, don't do it.
Real talk.
But go, because you never know the experience you might get out of it. That's just like I tell everybody, like, my experience was 4 years at Radio 1. I'm never going to not tell you. Like, I would call somebody today if they need, like, legit. If you was a good fit and I could put you in perspective, I would call Kelson, and Kelson trusts my judgment and be like, yo, you should put him on the air.
Facts.
I'm not going to, because my situation was different from everybody, that don't mean my situation going to be your situation and your outcome going to be my outcome, vice versa. Like, we got to get out of this whole, like, my situation was bad, so it might not work out for you. Like, just stop being jealous and just be like, yo,
What's your sign? What's your sign, Jaycee?
Oh, you don't even want to know that.
What's your sign?
First day next Monday, Scorpio season.
It's time to fucking go. Listen here, Jaycee, please drop all your little socials and stuff, please and thank you.
Hey, yo, you can follow me right now, Jaycee. That's it, Edward. The E's, not the D's or whatever. Ruffin, like David. Yes, it's my great uncle. Don't ask no more questions. So Jaycee Ruffin. All right, I get it all the time. And jayceeruffin.com. That's everything. Whether that's TikTok, the address of my house. I'm joking. No, it's not. But yeah. Jaycee Ruffin on everything.
I appreciate Jaycee for coming through to the D-Zone. We had a great time. Listen, if you haven't already, please go on Instagram right now and follow us at the D-Zone Podcast. And if you want to go watch this epic episode, please go watch it right now. As soon as we go off of air, go on YouTube, type in the D-Zone Podcast and rewatch it right now, okay? Listen, we love you. I love you. I love this. This is crazy. Like, Jaycee, again, I got to just say this. You are very inspirational.
Thank you.
And from one woman to another woman, listen, thank you, because I ain't going to stop. I can't stop.
Yeah.
I can't stop, and I won't stop. And we going to stop, and I'm going to always wear my brand to the day I die, because I'm a walking billboard. Know that. Yo, listen, I appreciate y'all. Peace, love, and happiness. We out.